The Luttsy and Susie Snackbox. Good news, Suze.
Good day, sunshine. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, it's time to feel good.
Airline worker resolves how to turn thousands of expired life jackets into backpacks.
Backpack.
Oh,
Backpack.
This will be triggering for so many people.
Triggering.
Me included.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm not at that stage yet, so.
What's the
Not
cartoon
me.
called
That's
again?
Dora.
Dora the Explorer?
This is Dora the Explorer.
God.
Backpack.
This was my house for about 6 years straight.
Yeah.
Cute. Life jackets have to be disposed of every 8 to 10 years, so they create thousands of tons of waste. But now, United Airlines has partnered with a company called B2L to upcycle the jackets, upcycle is the word I said,
Pre-read.
into a trendy travel-themed collection of bags for laundry, laptops and the beach, as well as backpacks. I've seen this with seatbelts, airline seatbelts as well with the, I think it might even be Crumpler brand. You know, the bit that goes over your arm is actually the airline seatbelt.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good news, Suze.
Susie was confused about what we were doing.
Just play the music. Play the music. I'm done.
Barbie has introduced their first ever blind doll.
This is from the DJ Lazy Susan remix.
Oh, wow. It's fantastic.
What? Blind Barbie?
Yeah, the brand has partnered with the American Foundation for the Blind to ensure that the doll accurately represented a young woman who has blind or low vision. The toy was tested by children aged between 5 and 9 who are blind in order to make sure the playing experience was good for everyone. Other adjustments include textured and vibrant fabrics, as well as braille on the packaging. Just quickly though, I was at swimming this morning and Jared Gossens, who is a blind swimmer,
Yes.
is heading over to swim the English Channel directly, and he is going to swim with the Paralympic flag across the channel, take it to Paris and present it to the Paralympic team.
Is he?
Hang on. He was a visually impaired marathon runner, not a swimmer. Has he switched?
He switched.
He's a marathon sport. What about his poor
He
dog?
switched.
His dog doesn't have to Anchor. His dog used to be Anchor. He used to have to run all those bloody marathons. Every time I look at Anchor, he'd be exhausted somewhere.
He comes to the pool, the dog,
Yeah,
but
really?
it doesn't swim.
Oh, that's
Right,
awesome.
right.
That's
Isn't that good?
That's great news, yeah. Interesting.
Good news, Suze.
A 70-year-old lands modelling career after stranger's Instagram post goes viral.
Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
Too fast. A retiree says she spent her life with low self-esteem until a stranger approached her on the street and wanted to take a photo. This sounds so dodgy. Could you imagine this? He goes, I want to take your photo. I run an Instagram page called Model Strangers.
Oh,
I see this on TikTok sometimes.
70. And she goes, yeah, sure. Beware.
Sounds like a Stephen King book.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a horror film.
That's a horror film. But then he showed her the account and she said yes. And the post went viral. And she's been snapped up by a modelling agency, a clothing
come
brand,
on. Has she?
and a shopping centre fashion show.
The guy legit had a
Yep, a modelling
thing. What was it called?
Model Strangers.
I've seen this on TikTok.
I know what I'm doing under the Eiffel Tower later tonight.
Oh, yeah, imagine like
Bonjour!
Walking on sunshine. Whoa, it's time to feel good.
The Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
Oh, I love this. Ezra Mam. Wham Bam. Ezra Mam.
Is that his nickname?
Yeah, he's he's Archie's favourite player, actually. He absolutely idolises Ezra Mam. But he's a funny guy. He was in the Queen Street Mall yesterday. Ezra.
Yeah.
Was walking down the mall. Have you ever seen on Insta those people that come up and go, excuse me, what do you do for a living?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I have. It's a big thing at the moment.
Yeah, remember we were playing one just recently. It was Baz Luhrmann, and the lady had no idea it was Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah.
He was talking about marriage or something like that.
Yeah, but those what do you do for a living thing, do they ask you what you earn as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
So Ezra is walking through the Queen Street Mall yesterday, and this lady comes up, and he just starts spinning a yarn.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I'm a robotic engineer. Make up to 70 to 150,000 a year, but I'm more on the lower, so around the 70,000.
So how did you get into that? Did you have to study?
Yeah, I did a bit of study, but I have a mate that was in the same sort of industry, so I got a bit of help from him, and then just went from there.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, what kind of projects are you
That's him laughing at the end, isn't it?
He,
Like
he
him-
couldn't hold it.
Really? Did the lady know ever that was him?
I
wonder.
don't know. I assume she's found out now
Okay,
that it
that's
was. So I loved how he had that excuse up his sleeve. Like George in Seinfeld. I know you didn't used to watch that, but he always wanted to be an architect. So he'd always be telling people he was an architect.
Really?
Ezra Plus wants to be a robotic engineer.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
Hearing Paddy just talk before about in the Origin match, the clock wasn't working for the first 20 minutes, for the first half of the first half. And so he was trying to guess, when the clock came on. Of course, he would have been hoping that it's like at the 33-minute mark, he only had 7 minutes left.
That was like me at the DJ set, actually, to be honest.
wanting time to
Go
to move-
faster
to
because
go
I was
faster.
so puffed.
Yeah.
Remember, I kept saying it's only whatever. I was an hour set. Same thing. I'm like, oh my god, I've only done 5 minutes. I'm completely spent.
And you had to go for...
Was that no 30 minutes?
30
it
minutes.
Was.
That's a
30.
long time DJ
That is a
land,
long
though.
time.
Well, it was like exercise.
Yeah. Well, I had the exact same experience, but in a far shorter time frame.
Yeah. How short?
At total 2 minutes. I was at Function Well the other day. Actually, I was there on Monday, and Darren said to me, Darren goes, have you done the monthly challenge yet?
He's
And
the owner, hey?
and Darren, you never want to disappoint Darren, do you? And I went,
No.
no, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it. And he explained what it was, and he said it's on a bike, but the bike counts calories. Like it gives you what speed you're doing, stationary bike, but it also it counts the calories that you burn. So he goes, all it is you hop on the bike for 45 seconds, Buzz.
Oh, God.
Easy.
And you go as hard as you can for 45 seconds. Then you get 30 seconds rest. And then you go again for 45 seconds. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. So 45 seconds on, 30 seconds off.
2 minutes.
45 seconds on, total of 2 minutes. And a quarter of that 2 minutes is rest.
Oh yeah, it's not even 2 minutes of effort, is it?
It's 1.5 minutes of effort.
Well, that shouldn't be too bad.
With 30 seconds rest. And I went, yeah, okay, I'll do it later today. And, of course, I didn't do it. But then when I was there on Wednesday, he went, have you done it? And I was walking out the door, and I went, you know what? I'll go and do it now. And Brad, whose challenge it is actually, he invented it, he came over and set the bike up for me. And I said to Darren, what's a good score? Because I want to know what my performance is. He goes, somewhere between 40's okay, but 52's, if you break 50 would be unbelievable.
And in your head at that point, what are you thinking? Are you
I'm thinking, well, 50. I've got to go for 50.
Yep.
So I'm going to get to 25 in the first 45 seconds.
Yep.
Do you understand? And then take a break and then repeat that, and I'll get my 50, even if I drop off a little bit.
Because you can see the calories tick
You
over.
can see the calories tick over. So Brad sets it up, and away I go. And honestly, I was thinking, at the 15-second mark, I was thinking, this is pretty easy. But by the 20-second mark, I was like, I can't believe there's still 25 seconds to go. I just hit a wall.
Yeah.
I did 27 calories for the first 45 seconds.
Ahead of schedule, because you only want to do 25.
Yes, and by the time I started again, Suze, I was nowhere near recovered. Like that 45 seconds that I did, honestly, I can't think of a longer 45 seconds. It was like there were moments within moments, all in 45 seconds. You can hold your breath for 45 seconds.
True.
I did 17 in the second one.
Okay,
So I
it's not
came
too
up
bad.
with 42, like just past the pass mark.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.